On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Ravenous.
Extremely hungry or famished, greedy or voracious in appetite or desire.
Examples:
Ravenous hunger. Ravenous wolf. After running a marathon, I felt ravenous and ate an entire pizza.
Swarm.
A group of many things, such as insects, fishes, etc., in the air or water or on the ground.
Examples:
A swarm of mosquitoes. Locust swarm. A swarm of angry bees attacked because we had approached the hive.
Stretch.
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples:
Stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Breed.
To keep animals for producing offspring in a regulated manner.
Examples:
Breed horses. Breed suspicion. This animal breeds in northern latitudes.
Relentless.
Persistent and determined, continuing despite difficulties or setbacks.
Examples:
Relentless attack. Face relentless pressure. The athlete's relentless training paid off in the end.
Advance.
To go or move forward, to develop in a positive way.
Examples:
Advance the technology. Advance a cooperative relationship. Scientific knowledge will advance significantly with the power of AI.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Wasteland.
A barren or uncultivated area of land that has been left deserted or uninhabitable, typically due to a natural disaster, pollution, or human destruction, a place or situation that is devoid of life or anything of value.
Examples:
Post-apocalyptic wasteland. Nuclear wasteland. The abandoned industrial site is now a wasteland of decaying buildings and rusted machinery.
Desert.
Arid land with little or no vegetation, often covered with sand or rocks.
Examples:
Desert basin. Oasis in the desert. This region is predominantly desert.
Locust.
A type of grasshopper that can travel in large swarms and cause extensive damage to crops, can also refer to various other insects such as cicadas or katydids.
Examples:
Locust army, locust plague. The locust infestation destroyed the crops, causing widespread famine.
Infamous.
Having a reputation for being very bad or wicked.
Examples:
An infamous crime. Acquire an infamous reputation. The infamous criminal was finally brought to justice.
Cousin.
The child of your aunt or uncle.
Examples:
Cross-cousin marriage. Cousin's family. I used to play with my younger male cousins when I was a little girl.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Destruction.
The act of causing so much damage to something.
Examples:
Path of destruction. Cyclonic destruction. The extinction of several subspecies has been linked to climate change and habitat destruction.
Insect.
Any small creature that has 6 legs and a body divided into 3 sections.
Examples:
Insect antenna. Insect biology. These insects are more prevalent above a certain latitude.
Insatiable.
Impossible to satisfy or content, having a strong desire or craving that is excessive or unquenchable.
Examples:
Insatiable curiosity. Insatiable appetite. His insatiable hunger for success drove him to work countless hours.
Garden variety.
Standard or ordinary, not exceptional or special in any way.
Examples:
Garden variety products. Garden variety headache. The restaurant served a garden variety salad with simple ingredients like lettuce and tomatoes.
Grasshopper.
Large jumping insect, used to symbolize restlessness or ephemerality.
Examples:
Grasshopper mice. Grasshopper species. The grasshopper leaped from one blade of grass to another.
Harmless.
Not able or not likely to cause damage or harm.
Examples:
Harmless in most people. Harmless substances. Most people thought of him as a harmless eccentric.
Crop.
A plant that is cultivated in large amounts, particularly for food.
Examples:
Crop field. Crop herbicide. Sow early for an early crop.
Plague.
Any epidemic disease with a high death rate, also called pest, a serious, sometimes fatal, infection spread by rats that causes fever and swellings on the body.
Examples:
Catch the plague. Deadly plague. Our farm experienced a plague of locusts this year.
Damp.
Slightly wet or moist, characterized by a lack of warmth, enthusiasm, or energy, depressing or dispiriting.
Examples:
Damp cloth. Damp weather. The clothes were still damp after being in the dryer for an hour.
Depth.
The distance between the top and bottom of something, between the top surface and a distance below it.
Examples:
Depth camera. The depth of the water. The pond's depth was around 5 feet.
Soil.
The top layer of earth in which plants grow.
Examples:
Soils retentive of moisture. Parched soil. Soil moisture is another significant component controlling soil respiration.
Arid.
Lacking in moisture or rainfall, dry and barren, lacking in interest, life, or vitality.
Examples:
Arid terrain. Semi-arid zone. The desert is known for its arid climate and lack of rainfall.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
Typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Ecosystem.
All the plants and living creatures in an area and the way they affect each other and the environment.
Examples:
Marine ecosystem. Change the ecosystem. Human conservation efforts often fail unexpectedly because they disturb the balance of the ecosystem.
Solitary.
Existing, living, or doing without others.
Examples:
Use of solitary confinement. A solitary traveler. He never uttered a solitary word.
Adolescent.
A young person who is in the process of developing from a child into an adult.
Examples:
Adolescent girl. Pre-adolescent children. Timely education about birth control might help reduce adolescent pregnancies.
Hop.
To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
Hop on one foot. Hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Reproduce.
To make a copy of something such as a picture, piece of text, music, etc., to produce offspring through a sexual or asexual process.
Examples:
Reproduce the painting. Reproduce by myself. By dividing and creating copies of themselves, bacteria reproduce.
Abundance.
A significant amount of something, the situation in which there is too much of something.
Examples:
An age of abundance. An abundance of examples. A healthy farm provides an abundance of food.
Startling.
Extremely surprising, astonishing, and sometimes worrying.
Examples:
Startling earthquake shocks. Startling discovery. He describes the story with startling reality.
Transformation.
A complete change in form, nature, or appearance of someone or something.
Examples:
The transformation of a tadpole into a frog. Cast a transformation spell. Understanding unitary transformations of a normal matrix require considerable mathematical sophistication.
Moisture.
Small amounts of liquid, especially water, that are present in or absorbed by a substance.
Examples:
Moisture level. Lot of moisture. My hair looks greasy because there is too much moisture in the air.
Vegetation.
Plants in general, particularly those indigenous to a particular region or spot.
Examples:
Tropical vegetation. Dense vegetation. The vegetation in the area is quite diverse.
Hatch.
To cause an egg to break to allow a young animal to come out, to produce and expand something that is in an early stage.
Examples:
Hatch a plan. Hatch a baby chick. The eggs began to hatch, and the small chicks emerged.
Proximity.
The state or quality of being near or close to something, or someone in distance or time.
Examples:
Proximity sensor. Geographical proximity. The proximity of the two cities makes it easy to travel between them.
Frequent.
Happening constantly.
Examples:
Frequent absence. Frequent use. His heartaches are less frequent now.
Stimulate.
To encourage something to develop or become more active, to stir the feelings or emotions.
Examples:
Stimulate the economy. Stimulate the nervous system. The book stimulated my imagination.
Trigger.
To make something happen suddenly, to cause something such as a device, machine, etc., to function.
Examples:
trigger a biochemical response, trigger inflation. The incident triggered a political controversy.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
release a prisoner, release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Hormone.
A chemical substance made by organs that encourages or influences the development, growth, sex, etc. of an animal and is carried around the body in the blood.
Examples:
hormone secretion, female hormone. The doctor diagnosed me with a hormone disorder.
Cluster.
A group of similar things or people close together, often forming a distinct mass or unit.
Examples:
live in a cluster, a cluster of stars. A cluster of grapes hung from the vine.
Gluttonous.
Excessively greedy or indulgent, especially regarding food and drink.
Examples:
gluttonous appetite, gluttonous feast. He was a gluttonous eater, never leaving any food on his plate.
Pheromone.
A chemical substance produced by an animal that is secreted into the environment and that affects the behavior or physiology of others of its species.
Examples:
pheromone trail, sexual pheromone. The perfume industry often uses synthetic pheromones to enhance their products' appeal.
Diet.
The food and drink that a person, animal, or community eats and drinks regularly, a legislative assembly in certain countries, for example, Japan.
Examples:
eat a vegetarian diet, diet approval. A balanced diet is more important for health than supplements.
Shift.
A slight transition in position, direction, or trend.
Examples:
Doppler shift, major paradigm shift. Could you help me shift some furniture?
Toxic.
Of or relating to or caused by a poison, poisonous.
Examples:
toxic molecule, exposure to toxic chemicals. This chemical compound is 1,000-fold more toxic.
Alkaloid.
A class of naturally occurring chemical compounds that are found in plants and contain nitrogen atoms. Alkaloids have a wide range of pharmacological effects and include many drugs, such as caffeine, morphine, and cocaine.
Examples:
alkaloid compound, alkaloid extraction. The medicine contained an important alkaloid that helped treat the patient's illness.
Striking.
Interesting and distinctive enough to draw notice, exceedingly appealing, frequently in an odd manner.
Examples:
Striking innovation. Striking evidence. The two plays have a number of striking parallels.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Predator.
An animal whose natural behavior is to prey on others.
Examples:
Apex predator. Sexual predators. The native South American animals were in danger because of the predator's arrival.
Poisonous.
Containing or producing toxic substances, harmful or dangerous to living beings, often causing illness, injury, or death, capable of causing serious harm or destruction.
Examples:
Poisonous plants. Poisonous chemicals. Some species of poisonous snakes can be deadly to humans if bitten.
Merge.
To combine or integrate things, or to cause this to happen.
Examples:
Merge into a new party. Merge those systems into a new one. This consulting firm decided to merge the two companies into one.
Mow.
To cut down and trim grass or other vegetation, usually with a machine such as a lawnmower, to cut down or harvest crops.
Examples:
Mow the field. Mow a yard. My father likes to mow the lawn early on Saturday mornings.
Virtually.
Almost completely.
Examples:
Virtually all countries. Virtually identical. Virtually all the parties signed the contract.
Swath.
A strip of land, especially a long, narrow one, a large amount or quantity of something.
Examples:
A large swath of territory. A swath of green grass. The charity organization has helped to provide education to a vast swath of the population.
Roughly.
Approximately, but not precisely, with a violent manner.
Examples:
Roughly explain my idea. Roughly speaking. 5 miles is roughly similar to 8 kilometers.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
Expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Exoskeleton.
A hard, external protective covering or framework that supports and gives shape to the body of an invertebrate animal, such as an insect or crab.
Examples:
exoskeleton suit, robotic exoskeleton. The exoskeleton of the crab protects it from predators and environmental changes.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
back fin, a fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Metamorphosis.
A profound or dramatic change in form, structure, or condition, a transformation, the process by which an animal or insect undergoes a physical transformation, such as growth, development, or maturation.
Examples:
metamorphosis process, undergo a metamorphosis. The butterfly's metamorphosis from a caterpillar to a winged creature is a wonder of nature.
Translucent.
Allowing light to pass through but scattering it so that objects behind cannot be seen clearly, partially transparent.
Examples:
translucent glass, translucent skin. The sunlight shone through the translucent curtains, casting a warm glow in the room.
Flee.
To leap by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
flee their homes, flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Fledged.
Fully developed or matured, having acquired the feathers necessary for flight, as in the case of a young bird, fully trained or qualified to do something.
Examples:
fledged artist, fully fledged adult. The fledged bird bravely took its first flight from the nest.
Gregarious.
Fond of company, sociable, living in groups or communities.
Examples:
gregarious animals, gregarious nature. She was a gregarious person, always making friends with everyone she met.
Phase.
Any stage in a series of events, change, or development.
Examples:
enter on the last phase. Two-phase structure. The era of the Industrial Revolution was a crucial phase of history.
Creature.
A living being, especially an animal.
Examples:
creature of habit, artificial creature. The deep-sea creature was unlike anything the scientists had ever seen before.
Counterpart.
A person or thing that corresponds to or has the same function as another person or thing.
Examples:
counterpart agreement, negotiating counterpart. His counterpart in the other company is responsible for marketing.
Separate.
to force, take, or pull apart. Mark is different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Dense.
Containing a large number of people or something with little space between them.
Examples:
Nutrient-dense foods. Dense forests. The entire mountain is covered in dense rainforest.
Overwhelm.
To defeat someone or something by using a great deal of force, to have a strong emotional effect on somebody.
Examples:
He was overwhelmed with gratitude. Overwhelm opponents by numbers. Too much variety may overwhelm and confuse viewers.
Intake.
The act or process of taking food, air, etc., into your body through the mouth, the amount of food, air, or another substance that you take into your body.
Examples:
A small intake of breath. An intake pipe. He has been advised to reduce his daily fat intake.
Invasion.
Armies act of forcibly entering another country or territory to take control of it.
Examples:
The Turkish invasion. Home invasion. An invasion would most probably result in a political catastrophe.
Tornado.
A violent, rotating column of air that is in contact with both the surface of the Earth and a cumulonimbus cloud, characterized by a twisting, funnel-shaped cloud.
Examples:
Tornado alley. Tornado warning. The deadly tornado that hit the town yesterday destroyed many buildings and injured several people.
Traverse.
To cross or move through a land or water area.
Examples:
Traverse the region. Traverse a vast extent of sea. Approximately 1,000 automobiles traverse the bridge every day.
Raft.
A flat structure, usually made of logs or planks, that can be used for transport or as a platform for swimmer.
Examples:
A raft for carrying horses. A life raft. The rubber raft was swept out to sea.
Fuel.
A substance that is typically burned to generate heat or energy.
Examples:
Biomass fuel. Smokeless fuel. The manufacturing sector was most severely impacted by the fuel scarcity.
Nourishing.
Providing the necessary nutrients or sustenance to support health and growth.
Examples:
Nourishing broth. Nourishing ingredients. My mother always made sure she had a nourishing breakfast before school.
Kinship.
The state or fact of being related to someone.
Examples:
Kinship ties. Kinship relations. She felt a sense of kinship with her new colleagues.
Moist.
Slightly wet, a state characterized by the presence of moisture or dampness.
Examples:
Moist soil. Moist climate. My hands felt moist and sweaty during the exam.
Transfer.
To move, pass, or change from one person, place, or situation to another.
Examples:
Transfer a file. Transfer power. She transferred the money from her savings account to her checking account.
Offspring.
Descendant, any immature animal or plant.
Examples:
Female offspring. Produce offspring. How many offspring does the average lion have?
Generation.
All the people born and living at about the same time, regarded collectively, the production of heat or electricity.
Examples:
Generation gap. The generation of electricity. The younger generation has different values and beliefs than the older one.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Unique.
Being the only one of its kind, unlike anything else.
Examples:
A unique teacher. Unique design. The painting is unique, and there is no other like it.
Inhabit.
To live in a specific location, to reside.
Examples:
Inhabit a cave. Inhabit the stomach. I have no idea what sort of folks inhabit the neighborhood.
Prospect.
The possibility or likelihood of something happening or being successful. A person or thing that is likely to succeed or become popular. A potential customer or client. Verb, to explore for useful or valuable things or substances, such as minerals.
Examples:
Prospect for gold. Job prospects. The prospect of starting a new business can be both exciting and daunting.
Span.
The entire length of something, such as time or space from beginning to end, the amount of space that something covers.
Examples:
the span of a bird's wings. The average lifespan. He slightly modified the span of training because it was just before a match.
Poorest.
Having the least wealth or resources.
Examples:
Poorest of the poor. Poorest area. The poorest countries in the world often have the highest rates of malnutrition.
Largely.
Virtually entirely, to a large degree.
Examples:
Largely accepted. Largely mitigate the issue. Nevada is largely a desert state.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Endanger.
To put someone or something in a risky situation.
Examples:
Endanger my health. Endanger a close relationship. Their actions endangered the lives of innocent people.
Fortunate.
Having good luck or lucky.
Examples:
Fortunate situation. Less fortunate person. He was pretty fortunate to pass the exam.
Scarce.
Not abundant or plentiful, and therefore not easy to find or obtain.
Examples:
Scarce resources. Capital scarce country. Fresh water is becoming increasingly scarce in many parts of the world.
Decline.
To become gradually smaller, fewer, worse, etc., to refuse to accept.
Examples:
Decline a job offer. Decline in quality. As people age, their digestive capacity also gradually declines.
Hatchling.
A young bird, reptile, or fish that has emerged from its egg.
Examples:
Hatchling turtle. Snake hatchling. The mother bird fiercely protected her hatchlings and kept them safe in their nest.
Distance.
The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
Driving distance. Social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Intervention.
The action or process of being done to improve or help a circumstance, often they have not been asked to do so.
Examples:
Intervention by foreign powers. Surgical intervention. This intervention does not require the patient's consent.
Satellite.
An electronic device that is sent up into space and moves around the Earth or another planet, used for gathering information or communicating by radio, television, etc.
Examples:
a GPS satellite, a meteorological satellite. Launching an artificial satellite contributed to the technological development of our country.
Imagery.
The use of words or pictures in books, photographs, paintings, etc., that produces pictures in the minds of people, the ability to form mental images of things or events.
Examples:
visual imagery, satellite imagery. This movie is famous for its romantic imagery.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
identify handwriting, identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Hotspot.
A place or area, typically a location or region, that is known for having an unusually high number of a particular phenomenon, such as disease, activity, or popularity.
Examples:
COVID-19 hotspot, geographic hotspot. The airport is a hotspot for tourists and travelers from around the world.
Alert.
To warn or arouse to a sense of danger. Adjective, paying close attention or being in a state of readiness for action.
Examples:
alert consumers to the dangers. Alert system. The company's cybersecurity team alerted the CEO to potential threats.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
government bureaucracy, government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Chemical.
Relating to or connected with chemistry.
Examples:
toxic chemicals, a chemical compound. The firm has grown into a large chemical manufacturing.
Insecticide.
A substance used to kill insects.
Examples:
insecticide spray, insecticide residue. The farmer sprayed the crop with insecticide to protect it from pests.
Fungus.
A type of organism that includes yeasts, molds, and mushrooms, which are heterotrophic, meaning they do not produce their food and must consume organic matter to survive.
Examples:
fungus infection, symbiotic fungus. Certain types of fungus can be toxic to humans, causing severe illness if ingested.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention, disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Lethal.
Causing or capable of causing death, extremely dangerous.
Examples:
Lethal injection, lethal weapon. Malignant hypertension is the most lethal form of hypertension.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Exacerbate.
To make a situation, problem, or feeling worse.
Examples:
Exacerbate the situation. Exacerbate symptoms. The heat wave exacerbated the drought conditions.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Erratic.
Characterized by lack of consistency, regularity, or predictable behavior, unpredictable or inconsistent in movement, behavior, or quality.
Examples:
Erratic behavior. Erratic movements. The stock market has been behaving in an erratic manner, making it difficult for investors to predict future trends.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples:
Predict the future. Predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Discourage.
To make someone lose confidence, enthusiasm, or less willing to do something.
Examples:
Discourage customers. Discourage bacterial growth. His parents tried to discourage him from becoming an artist.
Catastrophic.
Extremely harmful, causing physical or financial destruction.
Examples:
Victim of catastrophic injuries. Catastrophic climate change. The extinction rate of aquatic animals was catastrophic.
Carbon.
A chemical element that can be found in pure form as diamond or graphite, and it is also an essential part of coal and oil and is found in all plants and animals.
Examples:
Carbon dioxide. Carbon emission. Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen.
Emission.
The act of production or sending out gas, heat, light, etc.
Examples:
Global emissions of greenhouse gases. The emission of light. There are 5 distinct emissions at 5 unique wavelengths.
Rethink.
To consider again a plan, idea, etc., especially to change it.
Examples:
Rethink a marketing plan. Rethink the role of the manager. We have to rethink our company's product lineup for further growth.
Agriculture.
The practice or science of cultivating the land or raising stock.
Examples:
Organic agriculture. Intensive agriculture. Agriculture is the foundation of our economy.
Reconsider.
To think about a decision or opinion again to.
Examples:
Reconsider the determination. Reconsider my transfer. He humbly reconsidered his conduct.
Appetite.
A natural desire or craving for food or drink, a strong desire or liking for something.
Examples:
Appetite suppression. Loss of appetite. After a long hike, I had a huge appetite and devoured my meal in minutes.